and welcome back to another episode of the From the Farmyard podcast. Today I'm going to be doing, Reagan and I are going to be doing a tutorial video on how to save seeds. The concepts for a lot of seeds are very similar, so we won't be showing everything per se, but we will also be listing some things that are similar as to save. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoy this, and but you do that. Then you have that, and you just wash it off. Okay. I'm going to show you how to save one type of seed right now. I'm going to do cucamelon. I'm also going to mention here, they are very similar to tomatoes when saving seeds. When I mean very similar, I mean practically the same. It's the same concept. I will go over each concept, and I will show you how to do each concept. When you are doing this, I have a knife, which is probably overkill, and cucamelons. I have two. I think both of these are ripe enough. I have no clue. But yeah, how I'm going to do it is cut just like that. I would like to note while I'm doing this, it is not easier to do it this way than halfway. It is easier to do it vertically, at least on the cucamelons. What you want to do is this very small strainer. What I do is you just squeeze the seeds from the thing into here. Concept with these is they have a collagen on them, which is just a slimy out exterior. This is what your strainer will look like before cleaning them, and I already have the water right here. But what I do, washing it, you will need to scrub this seeds, not like fully scrub, just running your hand over them, making sure that it's all done. You can even put them in like a bowl and let them soak for a little bit. Just washing all that stuff off of them. A few seeds are fine right now, but you do need to get all of that collagen off. Place your seeds on a dry paper towel in a dark place, just so they don't sprout and they can fully dry. I recommend a 12-hour rule, 12 hours on one side, 12 hours on the other side. I only recommend that rule, the 12 hours on one side, 12 hours on the other side, because when you store them, they can start to mold or they can start to sprout, and then that just messes up your seeds for next year. So whatever way you can possibly do that to not make them like that, go for it. The seeds that I use this method specifically in getting the seeds out of the collagen, which will take some rubbing: tomatoes, cucamelons, cucumbers.
So right here is a Morning Glory seed pod. So it's the end of the bud. It'll all die off and then it'll produce these. You can see these things are literally everywhere if you go out and look for them. I can guarantee that they'll be there. But basically, you just want to, it's kind of fun to do this, but all you have to do is kind of pop the pod and out fall the seeds. So right there is, oh, they fell out. Okay. So pop the seed, pop the pod, out falls a handful of Morning Glory seeds, and they're already pretty dry. I mean, you could set these in a tray and let them dry for a little bit and then package them, but yeah, basically just go up to the pod, pop it, seeds will fall out right into your hand.
I'm going to be showing you guys how to save beans. These are past already that needed to be done, but once they turn brown, you can do it. These are just really, really past when they needed to be. So usually when they're dried like this, you can just pull it apart. Oh, these are still good. Just pull it apart and the seeds are inside. If you've ever shelled beans before, same concept actually. You can do is you can just pull the end and open it up like this. And you have your seeds inside, and you take them, and these are perfectly fine to be used for next year, or the same year if you have a long enough growing season. Beans are actually really simple. They're some of the easiest things to do.
Next up, let's do cosmos. Cosmos are also pretty simple. They're literally right here. You just pull them off and that's it. Let those dry and that's all you have to do. Cosmos seeds are very, very basic. The flowers will dry up and then produce these seed heads, which you just gather, pop off, and allow to dry. Spider, ew, gross. Pop these off, allow to dry, and store them for next year.
So your sunflower's drooped over. You've picked it off. It looks like this. This is half eaten by a squirrel. We have a really fat one that's been hanging around and eating everything, so a lot of things have been going missing. I won't point fingers, but it's the fat squirrel. We all know it's him. I mean, he's gained like 25 pounds, I swear. There is a little bit of film on the top of them. All of this on the top. You need to scrape this off. The best that you can, because you don't, I mean, it's not bad if you put it in with seeds, but like it's not needed for sure. So you can peel all of that off, and yeah, you're left with just a bunch of seeds. These are the seeds that you can take out. So what I do when I'm saving seeds from sunflowers, I will split the head in two. You take these, see the seeds? I start from right here, and you run your finger in them, and you just kind of gently pull until you get them to come out, and then you kind of have them in a little casing. But yeah, you pull out the seeds from the casing, and they look like that, and they are ready to go.
Okay, let's do dahlias next. This is kind of not the best time to be doing this because it just rained. If you're going to save seeds, I recommend doing it when everything is dry, but for right now, these are wet, but I think it still works. So you're gonna pop off the dead bulb, and then just kind of move those leaves around. If you notice, like, in between each, there's a lot more petals than anything, but like, if you notice, like this right here where my thumb is, that's a seed. That right there is a seed. So amidst all of these, you will have to like kind of fiddle around with it till you get your seed. But you can see, maybe if I blow it. Okay, so I blew it a little bit, and you can see right there, there's more seeds than petals. And yeah, just leave these to dry as well. If you want a better way to do this, I would not do it. Don't recommend when the heads are wet, but I think it works just the same. Make sure heads are dry, shrivel it up like this, and then pop them off and try to get as many seeds as you can.
Zinnia seeds. You have zinnias that look like this, right before they're on the cusp of dying. Then you have ones that have recently deceased. And then you have ones that look like a nest. And you can save seeds from all of them. Let me show you guys how. That each seed is connected to a petal. So you can pull each petal out. This is not the best one to be saving from because it's not dried. You can still use them though. Just let them sit on the counter for a little while. But look, they're green. It's easier to do it when they're not like this. After they've died, same concept, but it's going to be a little bit easier. You can do that, and you pull the petals, and you have the little seeds. The seeds are on the end, obviously. They should be brown or black. I've seen them all sorts of different ways. It is easier if you grab like a handful, and then you get them. Seeds are connected to the end of the petals. You just pull off the petal bit, and then you're left with the tiny little seeds.
Now, we have a video on how to save nasturtium seeds on our YouTube and Instagram, but if you have not seen it, I will add it here. Go to the base of your plant, look for these pods, and that's literally it. This is your seed. Take this green pod, let it out to dry. It'll shrivel up, grow a lot smaller than what it is now. This is a fully developed seed. You let this dry, and then store it for winter, and next year you will have nasturtiums.
When your marigold starts looking like this, green, dying, it's not ready yet. Next phase is the bottom turns brown. Now this, ready to be saved entirely. But when you are saving marigold seeds, look like this, you pull the heads off. Make sure they're dry. If they're not, it's not the end of the world. But what you do is all this stuff on top, as you can see, here's the other one. This is one that I've already done it to. But what you do is you grab onto it, you hold the bottom firmly so the seeds don't come out, and you just lightly twist. You don't need to get all of it. You can leave a little bit, and that's okay. Then you're left with this. And I have two. But what you do is there's little like bristles like from a like a broom is the best thing that I can do it. You take them and you don't hold the bottom because it'll get them to stay, but you can like loosen it up by doing this, just rubbing it between your fingers. And you take them and you pull. And all these are seeds.
Let's talk about calendula as well. These are also pretty simple. You let the seed heads dry and they literally just kind of seed themselves. So right here are some examples of calendula seeds. You can see right from the head, this is the dried seed head. Here's your head, your flower, calendula. It'll dry, turn into this. It'll turn into this. Pop those off. And right here, you have your calendula seeds. Same thing as the rest, leave these out to dry and store them for winter. Bachelor button is also relatively easy. Find the dried up seed head, pop it off, twist it in your hand, roll it around a bit, and you will find these fluffy, okay, these right here. See this right here where my thumb is? And this over here? These are your seeds. They're small, they're fluffy. These are a little bit more interesting and delicate when it comes to saving seeds, but that's how you would save a bachelor button seed.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video of the From the Farmyard podcast. Hopefully you learned some wonderful tips for saving seeds, and yeah, tell us what you saved this year and we would love to help you out. If you have any questions, please reach out to us as always. Thank you all for watching, and bye y'all.